the power forward at the other forward position.
We are live from Amway Center for an Eastern Conference contest with the Magic in Orlando. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. And, of course, Myers Leonard. He's a guy getting integrated right now, still settling in with his new team.
You know, that trade that you mentioned isn't making front-page news, but sometimes the best trades are the quiet ones. But I really believe this is going to pay dividends for this team in the future.
Yeah, you don't always have to make the huge splash to make the biggest impact. A lot of times when you can just fill voids and find the right role players, that can be equally as important.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. We've got Jordan, Booker out there with Derrick Rose, and it's Reese in at the 3 slot. Here's Powell, feeds it to Conley. There's the pick, kicks it to Tucker from outside the arc. No good, and it's Boston the other way. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
And they'll be doing their best to establish superiority over this club, something they failed to do a year ago.
And they know they're the better team and out to prove as much tonight. They split the season series a year ago, but they want to change that up now.
Powell kicks to Conley. Can't get it to fall. One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Boston on top. They're up by 2. 2K Sports. Back in a moment from the
I'm not really a big scorer.
Jordan, a man who knows what his job is, and he likes his job, Clark, and does it very, very well. He is excelling.
Yeah, he is. He may not be the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year, but he is certainly the Clippers' Defensive Player of the Year. Jordan's become a defensive beast, an animal defensively, and really the thing of it is he's still learning and growing. He's going to continue to get better, which is scary.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, this is how you can keep a crowd quiet, though, Greg. I mean, methodically score at the line and take some of that energy away from the fans. They don't like to have the action stop in the opposing team scoring.
On the floor for Boston. Booker out there with Derrick Rose. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Reese in at the small forward. Rose against Conley. Over to the wing. Here's Grant, and it's blocked. Out of bounds. Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession. Seven seconds left in the first half. Here's Woods, got a piece of it. And the first half comes.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and how about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Well,
and that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Conley out there with Powell, and it's Wilcox in at the 4. That's who's out there for Orlando. Tucker dishes to Capella. Conley against Rose. Conley the pass to Capella, and stolen by Jordan. Here's Booker. It's good from long range. Booker's got the first basket of the second half. That one for Boston. Booker's gone 50% from the arc, 1 of 2. There's the screen, and it's Conley penetrating, and Tucker has it in the corner. Outside Conley. Here's Wilcox, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
It took them a while, but finally they take the lid off.
You know, sometimes all it takes is one to get a team going. We'll see if that's the case here.
Jordan the screen. Here's Booker. Jordan inside. Wilcox there. No good with the layup. And here we go with the Magic fast break. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And that makes it a one-possession game, guys. Got to be the biggest free throws of the game thus far.
Here is Rose. He gets it up and released it in time. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. So it's Boston now. It's a three-point game on the floor for Boston. We got Rose, Booker out there with Joel Embiid, and it's Reese in at the three, the small forward.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Doherty, the screen. Now the dish to Snell. To the wing on the left. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls it up. Sinks it. And that shot brings them to within just one.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep. I tell you what, this is the white-hot version of Derrick Rose right now.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're losing by 3. 20 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the three. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for them. I'm not quite sold on the quick two. I think they've got to look for a quality three to try to tie this thing up based on where the clock is right now.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, exactly, Kevin. I got a chip.
Well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1. Getting going right now. Tip-off goes to Orlando. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Boston. Jordan is out there with Embiid. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Booker in at the 2-guard spot.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're losing by 2. There's 45 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
Jordan inside. Wilcox there.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation.
Mike Conley's checked in for Grant. Can't sink it, and that was an important free throw.
Not an A-plus trip to the line, but he did get them the lead.
Here's Samuel. Here's Capella. Got it!
Kevin, that was so clutch. Now they really need a defensive stand.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're trailing by 1. There's 21 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Both teams deciding to change it up. And here's Rose. Pass to Jokic. Trying his luck deep. Count it! Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're trailing by 2. 9 seconds left in overtime. What's your take, guys?
And it all comes down to this. Still enough time on the clock that they should be able to get a real good look.
Yeah, and in this case, you debate often. You hear guys debate whether to take a 2 for the tie or a 3 to win.
In my case, with this situation, I think you go hard inside and see if you can get a good shot in close.
Now a timeout called by Boston. The score knotted at 15. 5 seconds left to play in the first overtime. To the paint, deflects the pass. It's stolen by Wilcox. Oh, no good. Welcome back to overtime basketball in what has been a tremendous battle so far. We're going to keep this one going. And so it's Boston with it. Capella, the pass to Woods. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Booker. Yes!
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're behind by 2. There's 45 seconds left in the second overtime period, and here we are. Conley kicks to Wilcox. Buries it. A huge shot to tie it up.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And play stops as it looks like they call him over the back here.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
And the Magic making a change here. Conley against Rose, and it's Conley penetrating. No luck. Nice D from Rose. Here's Boston now. Oh, look out, and then you throw up stuff like that. You go, oh my, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini.
Oh, my goodness.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They trail by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the second overtime. What a game. Guys, your thoughts?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the 3. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for that. I mean, I'm not quite sold on the quick 2. I think they've got to look for a quality 3 to try to tie this thing up based on where the clock is right now.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Big-time free throws there. That could be the difference. It forces them now into a 3-point attempt.
Oh! The devastating windmill jam.
Went to the windmill dunk to turn this place on its ear. I love it.
Yeah, this crowd is stunned.
That's as electric a finish.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and he was the steady and reliable hand throughout the game tonight, stepping into more of a lead. And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal.